I didn't sift the soil, by the way, because I'm just going to start filling seed trays with it. I'm not going to use the soil blocks today. So I'm just trying to get it a little bit wet. These are what I'm using today, just the plastic seed cells. And today, this is the seed starting mix though. And there's no sifting, obviously, you can see all that. But today we're going to do jalapeno peppers, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, bell peppers. And this one, I bought a set of them last year from Amazon. That's where these seed starter trays come from. I think they come in a set of 20. And then I got these, and I think they're 72 cells. And they just come from the Dollar General or Walmart. And I do have a bunch of cells that where we bought stuff from the greenhouse also that I've collected over the years. I bought these ones because I needed the dome the way I did things last year. I started things in the house. And if you got friends that buy from the greenhouse that don't start their seeds inside, and they have a bunch of these little cells that they get like this, ask them to save them for you. That's a cheap and really inexpensive way to start your seeds. I'm not packing this in there. I am just running it over, filling the cell, and kind of moving on to the next batch. But just try to get them level with the top. We're not doing anything fancy. Fancy will get you the same place as being cheap will, most generally. Okay, so the first thing we're going to plant is jalapenos. And this year I'm trying to do mostly not organic. Well, they are organic, some of them heirlooms. There's the seeds for those. I'm just planting one to a hole. And I do have the domes for these, but I'm still going to cover it with vermiculite. And on a lot of my labels, I like to put the date that I started things. You don't have to. It's personal preference. And they just set on there and you're good. Okay. I'm gonna do bell peppers now, but I'm gonna show you how I prepare to drop the seeds in. I got this little tool, this little cone thing, Amazon. It come with my seed things last year. I just poke a little hole in it. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you got a little attention for your seeds. And these ones are back to roots. I am not brand specific on seeds. It's whatever I can get in my area or whatever I order offline. Last year was the first year I actually ordered from Haas Tools because I was looking for heirloom seeds. And when I was looking at Haas, they had a sale going on right then, so I ordered. I don't need the regular bell peppers. Then you don't have to have a greenhouse to start seeds in. You can do this in your house, in your living room, in a spare bedroom. Last year I did it in the living room with a wire rack from Walmart and some grow lights from Amazon. And I bought some heat mats from Amazon. And that's what I started some of the seeds with last year. And I'll be the first to tell you, you're going to have flops the first year you do it, and every year. And this year I am holding on to all my little seed packets. That way I can go back if I have a really good year with something and see what brand they are or where I got them at. Or if I felt something, I may want to go back and do some more research on them. In this tray, we're going to do the broccoli. I don't know if you. There we go. We're just going to do the same thing. Go through, make the holes. These are the clay coated ones. And with these, you want to make sure that you keep your soil a little wetter than you normally would with other seeds because you have to dissolve the clay around the seeds. And the vermiculite does help with that. And so doesn't the humidity dome. I'm just popping one seed to a cell here. That's the wind you hear in the background. It's flapping the greenhouse in the wind. And if y'all are wondering, I am not affiliated with any of these things I use. I have bought them with my own money and just giving you my honest opinion on them. My seeds I bought last year towards the end of the season. Some of them I have bought this year, and that's kind of how I keep so many seeds for kind of less money because you can kind of get them on sale at the end of seasons. And I'm not afraid to plant a year-old seeds. That's what these broccolis are, as a year-old seed. And it'll tell you on here, like this one is packed for 23, so that's the year it was packed for. So I'm planting them in 24. They're a year old. And I will be putting a humidity dome on this, but I just have to dig it out first. Okay, and this one I'm going to do Brussels sprouts. And these ones are heirloom burpees. You do pay a little bit more money for the heirlooms, but people have their own opinions on them. You can buy seeds out of a tree. You don't have to be specific on what you want. You're just trying to grow food. Any seed will work. we can a lot of our stuff. So I try to grow a year's worth of it. But on top of that, I try to grow enough to have fresh eating. Kind of sounds like it's sleeping out right now. Because my seed packet's wet, I'm going to just plant the rest of these in here. Because I'm also going to use the other half for Fennel. They both have about the same germination rate days. So we're just going to try it. And there's how I'm going to do that. I know I look funny using tweezers to pick up seeds, but you would actually be surprised at how well it actually does work and helps. Because once you get these holes in here, you don't want to destroy it. You don't want to have to redo your what you already did to get your seeds, the hole for your seeds. There we go. Back in there. So tweezers really do help. I've never grown fennel, so that'll be something new. And to be honest, it's all depending on who you talk to is how if this is the right way or not. As I look at it as you just do you and you learn what works for you and that's what you go with. And there we go.